Hello everybody and welcome back to Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 3. And I gotta tell you guys, I'm having a lot of fun with this playthrough right now. I mean, even though we're not doing great, I'm still having a lot of fun with it. And actually these strategic bombers should probably be cooling it off a little bit because they're getting kind of wrecked up here. So, we have the United Kingdom. We're playing as the United Kingdom. We have ravaged the German surface fleet pretty well. We've sunk a bunch of U-boats as well. We could actually go right in here and we'll go to owner Germany. And let's see, we're looking for, so U-boat, 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 U-boat. There's a bunch there. U-boats, U-boat again. Graf Spree, Scharnhorst, Admiral Scheer. So we got 4 or 5 U-boats. I thought the Bismarck should be on. Bismarck, there it is. The Deutschland. So most of their heavy cruisers, 2 of their 4 capital ships, and 4 or 5 U-boats have gone down so far. We're fighting the Africa Corps pretty successfully in North Africa right now. And thanks almost entirely to the... Not entirely. I mean, we have a good defensive position, but we also are wrecking their supply lines. And let's see. You know what we should do? Because it looks like supplies can go through this way as well. And it actually looks like they can get more through here than they can right here. So what we might want to do... Supply map mode. Yeah, what we could do is grab the light bombers as well. And we can do this. Logistical bombing right there. We have heavy bombers right here, what I want to do. And... Oh, they're exactly where they need to be. I've actually always curious about these guys. I didn't know if they'd go where I wanted them to, but looks like they are. We're going to watch them once more. Their combat over London, I just saw. See them go out. They're going exactly where I want them to, so we just keep this up. Bombing out the supplies. So let's actually take a look up here at this battle, because I want to look at this. Lack of supplies. So the units up here are suffering from supply problem, which is exactly what I wanted. So here in this battle, this defensive battle, we lost 1,300 men. They lost 10,000. 10,000 men. So if we wanted to, now would be a good time to counterattack. So what we should do, we could take some of the freshest troops we have, 4 divisions here, and launch them against the Italians. And the Panzer division's wrecked up. Italians do have some troops here, but we should be able to defeat them pretty easily. I don't think they should cause too much trouble. If we want to, we could throw in our fighter bombers and our close air support, our ferry battles. See if they do anything good here. Waiting for the day to tick by. There we are. They're not that great, but they do a little bit of damage. These guys should be suffering supply problems as well. If you take a look at... Go in here and look at the actual battle. Yeah, lack of supplies, 17%. And what I might want to do is grab... Just because this guy is awesome. He's got tanks, got the combined arms group. They're really, really good. Alright, you need to get up here because this is going to go with you. These guys are going to merge together and they're going to make a nice division to work with. Alright, we're going to keep that battle going. We have a lot of troops who sacrifice the homeland. What is this? Invading and lost some land. Now our resources are available to the enemy. If we are forced to make further retreats, the enemy should be at least possible advantage. Victims are inevitable. Conservative Party loses 10 popularity. I don't think that's going to be entirely necessary for me. Because I don't plan on losing a lot of land. I say that now. But, you know, the best laid plans and whatnot. Yes, there we go. We're wrecking the infrastructure on both sides now. Because they could actually move supplies better through this terrain right here than we did there for a little while. So, that should do the trick. Nice. I love it. Liners are here. We don't need them there anymore. Well, actually, why don't we keep them down here just in case we want to move units. Just in case we want to do it quickly, we'll have that option. Yeah, we are doing some good damage here. We should be able to knock the Italians out. So, breakthrough and defend. Countered by backhanded blow. Oh, this guy's pretty good. He's a skill level 3. He's a higher skill level and a slightly higher chance of picking attacks that directly counter enemy's choice. Okay, good. He's got a lot of good other than Old Guard. We're retreating our garrisons down to Singapore, and we actually do have our primary battle fleet down here right now. We're going to actually let them repair a little bit before we send them out. Should be under, yep, right here. These guys are all going to finish up in January. Nice. The Ark Royal will finish up at the end of December of 1939. Yeah, I was about to say. It's like December of next year, right? Yeah, next year. Bank of International Settlements. We can trade 4,000 supplies for money. And gains 80 neutrality. United Kingdom gets until 1939. IC, so, okay, yeah. Well, IC, money, leadership modifier. Yeah, let's do that. Make international settlements. So we basically don't have anybody down here to defend any of this stuff, but honestly, I'm not too worried. I mean, Japan's getting its ass kicked by China right now. China is counterattacked and moved up into the conquered Shanxi area. So I'm not too worried about that. Japan, I don't know what they're thinking. I'm pretty sure I put China on easy as well. We won that battle. Nice. So what we're going to do is these guys are going to continue on. These guys are going to hang back. This is going to be actually the armored division is not going to sit here. They're going to continue on. The armored guys are going to continue on, but the infantry is going to sit back and keep the defensive line, because if I can, I'm going to keep pushing them. And I'm going to push them, I'd love to actually push them to Tripoli. Luxembourg is mobilizing. Okay, noted. I've made a mental note of that. I don't know, can one guy transport one division? I wonder. He can. We're gonna let him. The Vulcan Foundry, is that not a bitchin' name? And that's definitely a Churchill I see right there. It's the back end of a Churchill. Let's see, concerned with the war effort, becoming involved in the development of the Matilda tank, which was a very important tank for the early years of the war. From 1943, large orders were placed for the Ministry of Supply for locomotives, and 50 Austria. Okay, something. All right, so we get a tank factory and and anti-aircraft guns. Yes. Railway Carriage and Wagon Company. A-10 cruiser tanks, the Churchill tank, the Cromwell tank, and the Challenger, plus Hamilcar gliders. Good show. That's another tank factory. Mechanization. That's tank factory. 2 more tank factories. We're going to take all those tank factories. We're taking all of them. And let's see. We're going to make sure these guys have air intercept orders just over England. So I don't want them running out. I don't want them running around, getting their asses damaged. Hermes class, Eagle class. So these are, so the Eagle classes are the better ones right now. Yeah, the Eagle class is the ones we have in the Glorious class. And the British were pretty cool. I think the British naming conventions were always pretty cool. Belgium is mobilizing. So I think Belgium and Luxembourg, hopefully the Netherlands, are getting to the point where they're like, the fuck? Come on, Germany, the fuck. Whoa. Our embassy heard the Deutschland has been lost. Yes, the Deutschland was lost. The Metropolitan Camwell Carriage and Wagon Company, another tank factory. Boom. The Motors, another tank. Oh, an armament factory. Ah, we're starting to get all that cool stuff now. Yeah, look at that. The IC's going up. The long 40s. Oh, okay. The British are just, they're awesome at naming things, I think. The long 40s. Just, that's a bitchin' name. I always like the name the Firth of Forth, too. Just because it's fun to say. Alright, so is there any, I don't think there's anybody over here anymore. So, it looks like they're under air, they're probably under a sporadic air attack, so they can go back. The Graf Spee has been lost. It's January 4th, so now we're gonna change our recruit. We're gonna keep the balanced, insane approach. I always tend to feel that that one's the best. All right, we're gonna go with that just to get it off the list. We have the supplies. Economic boost. We're gonna go long term. National focus. Army, Air Force, and Navy. Build up the Air Force. Forget the military. We need to build up the economy. Sciences, health and education resources, or Army focus. Royal Navy's good. Royal Air Force is okay. Probably going to go with Army focus for now. Yeah, we're going to do that. Examine our armament, build new factories. Get a bunch of armament factories. Boom, 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 boom. Yep. Annual espionage focus. Let's go with extra spies, because we should actually bother with that at some point. This is exactly the kind of battles I was interested in. Keep kicking their butts across north, because now we have the upper hand. Whoa! The nice and now came across some torpedo boats. We don't have anybody over here, do we? Where is... I don't remember where they are, but the Hood. The Hood and the Renown, the Resolution, the Ramillies, the Queen Elizabeth, the Royal Oak, the Warspite, and the Barham. Where did they go? They gotta be out and about somewhere, right? There they are. I was wondering where those guys are. We don't have anybody up here. Let's rebase them up here. We don't have any of the big guns up there anymore, so torpedo boats are going to need to try to should be able to get away. They're super fast. And one sank. Could always do is... These are the closest guys we got. Send them up there. Tank radio communications, nice. And bomb them. Well, where's the bombing? I can't click on those guys? It won't let me. Looks like we damaged a destroyer. But there was more here. Oh, these guys are supposed to be there. That's where they're supposed to be right here, rebase. And then these guys, you know, not rebase. These guys are supposed to be on reserve for the other ones. We lost a torpedo boat. Storming our beaches. Oh, over here. That's not a big deal. What's going to be necessary, and I know I have some fighters around not doing anything at the moment. I just have to find where I put them. Here they are, I think. These ones right here. You're gonna rebase right here. These guys are gonna merge together because they're very small. Ah, haha! And they're still there. Come on, shoot them. They lost a destroyer. Alright, let's see if we can find... The Hood should be able... Garrison shattered, that's fine. We should be able to catch them down here. I mean, these guys are fast. Oh, come on, catch the Gneisenau now. Come on! I know they're there. Get them. They're coming towards you. They're coming for you. Yeah, we're gonna hold up right here. We're gonna dig the hell in. We're gonna dig the hell in. We have a troop transport coming with an army corps. Hopefully they get there in time. So a lot of these units, MP, they can't get supplies up here. That makes sense. Alright, we had another successful battle over here. Let's continue on. Let's see if we can shatter them. Keep this battle going. Not everybody's involved yet, but we're getting there. And the 2nd Panzer Division is in there. They're suffering from supply shortage? No. They got that territorial pride thing. Sucks for me. Makes them much harder to beat. Throw these guys are kind of out of it at this point, but we can throw them in there. Seem to have helped a little bit. Propaganda fails. Damn it. Mobile unit combined arms. Nice. We're actually in an offensive action. We're actually damaging the German Panzer divisions, which is good for me. Anzac troops are about to, well, I wouldn't call it about to, but they're getting close. And we still have, except for this guy, everybody in a pretty good organization, so I'm pretty happy with the way that's going. German naval bombers. Alright, I told the Hood... Well, he's right here now. How is the rating going? Well, it's calmed down a lot. It's calmed down a whole ton, which I'm happy with. All right, making some progress. Making some good progress. Oh, well, somebody retreated. And what I'd love to do, is this all desert? Well, if we can get up to the... What I would love to do is get up to the hills and then dig in again there and use that as my more forward defensive position. So we're in a really good spot right now, so what I think I'm going to do is move up. Move these guys up, because I want my fallback position as close to the front as I can get it. Okay, which unit's getting wrecked? Bombers are not out anymore. It's these guys right here. Battle Khan. That's okay. The fighters should have made it to Singapore pretty easily. And we should be able to go out and air intercept pretty easily, right like this, and knock out any Japanese planes in the area. I know, we're losing territory to the Japs left and right now. Torpedo boats, you guys need to go back. Where is this where I put the Hood? Yeah, that's where the Hood is. Pride of the fleet. What have she sunk so far? Just the Leipzig and a destroyer. I wish our planes didn't get ravaged so easily. I don't even know where any of them are. Fighter group, air intercept, resting. I don't like how that happens. One squadron just gets absolutely ravaged and the other ones get away unscathed. I know, you know, it's probably because they're, you know, one's in the thick of combat and the other ones aren't. It's just I wish that it was a little more evenly distributed. Ooh, Panzer Division is about, the 21st Panzer Division is about to crack. Yeah, some of these guys are pretty damn good. All right, my auxiliary vessel's finished up. So we can drop those off up here. We're just gonna put them somewhere out of the way for now. That should have freed up a good amount of IC too. I mean, maybe 15 or 20 IC, which is a good amount for me right now. Considering I have 220 something. All right, yep, that freed up a good amount. Well, let's let a day tick by. I feel like it should be more than this right now. Although only 45 is going into production right now. Only 45 is going into production right now. A lot's going into reinforcements. I think it's because we're taking some casualties here and there. There's the Gneiss now. Why don't we try this again? See if we can damage her. Oh, look what happened to that guy. Well, finish up your bombing raid. Well, that one got completely wrecked. That was bad. Although they did some pretty good... They got some good hits in. Yep, that guy was completely destroyed. Damn it. I lost an entire squadron there. Maybe they got really big guns here. Defensive guns. Oh, they don't. I wonder why that was so bad. Didn't imagine it would be. Maybe they got interceptors up. That was probably it. Lost the whole squadron. That almost never happens. That's a shame. Okay, that battle down here finished. Well, you know what? We're about to force the Gneiss now out. Let's take a look at the infrastructure. Really bad, really bad. We're doing good here. Moved up to our new defensive position. Well, although what we can do, because we're here, we can move up to this one right now. hang out there. These guys do need some time to cool down. Well, barely anything. Thinking of maybe leaving this guy off the next attack. Although that is the Africa Corps right there. Look at that. That's hit him. Hit the Africa Corps. Get him. Did they retreat? No, there is a combat there. The actual Corps is putting up some defense. But we're gonna break the Corps. All right. Yay! The Anzac troops have arrived. Finally, kind of. Thought we'd actually force them out at this point. It's almost gone. But not quite. Let's try to get that last little bit in there. Maybe sink the destroyer, maybe force the Gneisenau out. We're getting intercepted. Alright, who do we got in here? Oh, keep going, guys. Did they throw someone else in here? There are some reserve units, but they are broken reserve units, so I'm not concerned about that. These guys, you're going to move straight up here. Keep moving that defensive position. As long as I have the initiative, we can keep moving that defensive position up safely, because I feel secure. Alright, we have a nice fleet here. What we're going to do is... Ooh, supply ships. Alright. Patrol right over here, see if we can find any Japanese ships. What is that? I mean, there's basically no men left in it. Oh, and these guys arrived. That's wonderful. That is wonderful, because what I can do with those guys is push out a defensive area. Like, I grab them. What we do is go, let's see, move up to here. Move. Why can't you move? Get the fuck out. I told you guys to move. Why are you not moving? Alright, let's try it now. No? Still no? Why can't you get out there? I mean, I'm assuming maybe there's a crossing and there's a Japanese ship there, but let's do this. Guard it with my ships and... Okay, I guess that's a thing. Alright, so we're actually going to go over this area pretty soon, so we're going to probably want to cool this off. Because we're about to overrun this area. Alright, these guys can merge together. Or not. Why can't we merge these guys together? That's 3. And that's 4. Why can't I merge these 2 units together? Can I do this? No? Why can't I attach anybody to this Aussie division? I'm perplexed. Okay. Can't split these guys up. Well, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Oh, that sucks. I was anticipating being able to make a nice new division there and be able to do something with it, but nope. Guess not. Where is that? Oh, that is far away. Yeah, these guys are... The Japanese are starting to become problematic. Alright, move you guys here. Now, let's try that again. There we go. Till January 24th. All right. So, setting up defensive positions in the jungles is probably going to be the best thing for me to do. So what we're going to do is grab these units. We're going to move them out like this. Because attacking into jungles is a nightmare. And so we're going to leave that guy right there and allow them the crossing. And then we'll send them out. I wish I could have sent them to Nauru sooner. Well, if we want, what we can do is knock off the transports and see if we can figure out what's going on over there. I don't know if we're going to be able to get there in time, but probably not. No, we don't even have the range for that. Not at the moment, at least. We do this and just rebase them over here. These battleships. I know, it's asking for trouble, isn't it? It is asking for trouble. I feel like it's asking for trouble. Sending out battleships without support, without air support. I didn't even know they could have men down there. I didn't even know the infrastructure supported that. Guess it does. No big deal. Yeah, we are, we're making some good progress here because we can keep moving on up. I mean, all these guys are on the move. We can set up our defensive positions right here. Move these guys all the way up here. Keep moving that. These guys are going to stay out of combat, and they're just going to keep moving up to wherever I feel it's the safest. And move on to the next thing. Move on to the next province, basically. Alright, the Minch. Fighting in the Minch. Look at this guy. Why? What we could always do is go like this. Take 2 off. Reserve. And these guys, air intercept. Like that. And these guys will get the reserves from the other one. Whoa! That didn't take long. These guys within range? They might be. Nope. And I don't want to move them until that first move is completed there, so let's see what happens here. I mean, it's just some transports escorted by destroyers. I mean, we should be able to wreck them. So 2 Japanese destroyers bidded in that. They're on a mission, so they're not going to let me change their course there. All right, some intercept. What is this one? 13. All right. $18. 26. Are these the hills? Those are the hills. So you guys are going to move up straight up to the hills. Support attack from the side with tanks. Where are my medium bombers at? Medium bombers. Ground attack. These guys, they should do a good job ground attacking here. Nauru shattered. Figured. Not a big deal. Oh, those units look like there's nothing. Oh, there's a Panzer regiment in there's the 21st Panzer Division in there. That's what's slowing us down. And they've got a little bit of their organization back. But thankfully, well, we're getting to the point where where's the last place that's a choke point? The last place that's a choke point that they can't move through is like right here. So we need to stop here, not up there. Because they can move through, then they can move behind us. So we're going to need to sweep them out below there. Whoa! The fuck? All of the screen. Oh, god damn it. I bet it's those fucking German bombers that are always out. Shit. God damn it. They sank all of the screens that were with the battle cruisers. God damn it. Fuck me. And they almost sank my freaking battle cruisers too. God damn it. That was my mistake. That's completely my mistake. All right, let's do this. Get some more spies in there. You know what? I don't want espionage. We don't really need espionage right now, do we? We need tech right now. There we go. We need tech. Alright. Air combat over Tripoli. They're intercepting our medium bomb, or our fighter bombers are intercepting them is what's going on here. It looks like we're doing good, though. The only thing that's left is the 21st Panzer Division, and it's getting knocked out. You know what we could also do? Although this isn't going to help anything down here. Let's see. It's all right. These guys are good to go now. Send them patrolling over here so we can find those Japanese again. You guys are attached to an army that's too far away now. Which means we're going to need to create a new command structure right here. Most excellent. I feel like we could use a better officer. A lot of good, was that the guy? That's the guy we got in there right now. High skill level. Where are our other ships? Here they are. Alright, so we're gonna have our, well, wonder who's gonna get there first. I mean, super slow movements. Don't know who's gonna get there first. We are making progress down here. That's good. Well, really a lot of progress because the Panzer Division is about to break. One. Ooh. It was a hefty. It was a painful attack though. It was a rough attack. All right, you guys need to rest. So you're gonna sit right there. Get your strength back. Oh, motorized support's about. Oh, found him already. Got the destroyers. The transports are just harder to. They're just harder to sink, I think. It never goes smoothly. Alrighty, folks, my pizza just arrived, which means I'm gonna go eat. So we're gonna end this episode right here. We started some combat against the Japanese. We're preparing to defend Singapore because I plan on defending Singapore. Let me tell you something. I plan on defending Singapore, and we are making amazing progress in North Africa. We are ripping the Africa Corps to pieces. Now I expect it to get a little tougher up here. The terrain widens out a little bit. Well, we pretty much got past that part. It's a choke point right here again, but the terrain is a little rougher, but it is along the coastline, and the Africa Corps itself, the two Panzer divisions, are really wrecked right now. So everybody, if you have enjoyed this episode, just drop me a like, leave me those comments right down below, and if you're interested in more Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 3, just subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.